Okay, so guys, this is the Harbor Freight 2.5 CFM vacuum pump, and the other day I was out there trying to use this while I was working on my car. I was actually using it to blade my power steering. Um, that's a whole different topic, but I turned it on and it wouldn't turn on, and I didn't realize what was wrong with it, and then while uh, my brother and I were out there fidgeting around with it, we realized that if you actually press the button here hard enough, it would actually run. So we figured it was an issue with the switch over here. So so what I did was I took it apart. Basically, a lot of the electrical components are up in here. So you just take off the four bolts here, here, and the two on the other side, and the bolts are over here. And so you open it, and the first thing you want to do, there is a big capacitor under there. In fact, I'll just show you guys. So you can see this big capacitor. So before you do anything, make sure this vacuum pump is not plugged into your outlet, and before you touch anything, make sure to go ahead and discharge that capacitor. That's a huge capacitor, and if uh, if you get yourself shocked with that, you'll it'll be a pretty uh, be a very serious injury. It could potentially kill you. So you want to get a big screwdriver with a nice chunky handle that will give you enough insulation, and uh, just connect the two terminals of the capacitor to discharge it. Now, once it's discharged, you can use a multimeter to make sure there is no charge left. And once it's discharged, you can go ahead and work on it. So you just disconnect the four terminals on the switch. You literally just pull the sleeves back and then disconnect them. And then I managed to find replacement switches that are the exact same size on Amazon, and I'll leave the link to that in the description. And you just take your new switch and install it, and it will run just fine. And I already did that. This is the old switch. I actually opened it and found out that the connections in there were kind of bad. They got damaged due to sparks. That kind of happens with some electronics. But yeah, that's essentially how you fix it, and then you can just put the whole thing back together. Um, Now, if if you're a bit familiar with multimeters and continuity tests, when you get your new switch, it would be a good idea to do continuity tests to make sure that it works and that it's not shorting or anything like that. It probably isn't, but it's just good to be safe. And
Take note of the wires.
yeah, and the wires, make sure you're connecting them right. So this is it's called a double pole switch. That means when you turn on the switch, there are two sets of wire. It's like there are two circuits that are being completed. So you want to have the yellow and the red on one side. So like for example, in this case, the way I did it is I have the yellow and red on the one side of the switch, and then you have the black and white on the zero side. You don't want to you don't want to mismatch these.
Yeah, just take note of the original wiring and do that.
Yeah, yeah. The easiest way is just take note of how it was originally wired and just connect it back exactly the same way, and yeah, you'll be good to go. So guys, yeah, that's a fix, and I'll leave the link for the it's an an Amazon item if you want to get new switches. So yeah, if your vacuum pump is not working and uh, if like you press the switch hard and it starts to run, it's probably a switch issue, and that's how you can replace the switch. All right, bye guys.